Welcome to AccessPoint. This is the request officer's dashboard. They have some summaries on the top. They could click and filter, manage the requests from here, or click to create a new request. You can see there's multiple request types. They could assign it to other officers. They could give it a title and a description, as well as the requester information of who's requested this information. And then it opens up the request panel. You can see there's a lot more information we could add versus the new form. You can come in and add details about scope, the scope dates, where this search should fall within, keywords for the search, as well as complexity, priority, and the legal authority for it, and other information. Once the officer clicks activate, now the search is active, and they could click over into the assignments where they add a custodian assignment. Now I'll switch screens and open up the Teams app of the custodian, and you can see they've got activities notifying them that they have a new assignment. Here's their assignment right here. They could click to activate their search and begin adding repositories and other information about their assignment. You notice they have a task where they could create tasks for other contributors to this, or they could begin to upload documents right away. You could either upload or click the add from Microsoft 365, and you can see right now they're browsing to a SharePoint site, or they could have searched across SharePoint. They also had options to add from their Outlook or OneDrive. And there's an example of uploading, and then they could categorize the relevance of those documents. And now I'll switch to the SharePoint view for the same custodian, and they have the same information. You can see here's their assignment. They could come in, the documents are already done. You can see a check mark by it. And here they could click to submit an attestation. They could have done this from Teams, but they could also do it from SharePoint. Now we'll switch back to the Access Request Officer, and you can see their view where they come in and review that custodian's assignment, and they could see that Andrew has attested to it, and they've just approved and accepted his attestation. Now, the Access Request Officer is going to exclude one of the documents and categorize why, what exemption it's excluded from, and then include the other one. Now they're reviewing the response package where they could open up and preview the document. They're selecting some text here and showing how to redact a portion of that text, save and apply, and now they've got to categorize why it was excluded. Now they're going to export that as a PDF and view the export package. It gives a manifest at the top listing the files as well as the PDF with the redactions applied. Now that the export is ready, they can go through and fill in the information on the response and close this request. That's the request management portion. You can see we also have some multilingual built in. They could toggle the screen and all the fields can switch between French and English. There's a delegation there. Here's the report feature. And they could click in and view a report with the statistics for the requests and the responses. And then here's a quick overview of the settings panel and all the settings that can be configured.